So I worked a lot of retail. I worked a lot of food service. I have a long list of stupid customer stories, and stupid like corporate decision stories. But this is my favorite stupid customer. It still brings me joy. Coming home from college on breaks, I would work at a local sandwich shop franchise. Not the one you're thinking of, the one that had the warm sandwiches. We'll call it Quizbo. I worked at Quizbo. I remember a lot about this. It was a Sunday morning. I know this because Sunday mornings were very quiet. We only started getting the rush once people got out of church, so it'd be like 11. So, but we'd open at 9, so it was basically 2 hours of standing around waiting to make someone a sandwich. And this woman pulls up right in front of the store, loudly, like screeches to a halt. She slams her door getting out, and she stomps inside. And she is the first customer to walk in the door today. It is 10:15 in the morning. No one wants a hot sandwich yet. I'm at the register, and she marches up to me and she says, "Excuse me. I sent my boyfriend here to make me this wrap, and you did everything wrong." And she starts pointing at the sandwich in the wrapper in her hand and listing the ways we were stupid for making her pita wrap incorrectly. And she's just mile a minute. She's red in the face. She's furious. And like after like a minute of this, I'm just staring and waiting for my turn to talk. And she finally is just like, "Well, what are you going to do to make this right?" And I just go, "That's a Subway wrapper." "Yes, and we're a Quizbos." Never seen someone like she broke the sound barrier leaving the store. Her embarrassment could have powered a city for 2 years.
Now, here's my question. She said she sent her boyfriend wherever here was. So, did she say just get me a sub? And he had to figure it out?
The things she was complaining about, we didn't carry. Like,
so she wasn't even aiming for Quizbos.
No, like with the kind of wrap that they did with like the spinach and everything, like we didn't do that. We had hot chicken sandwich. Like,
so why did she wind up there at all?
I don't know. I think it's just one of those things. They're like sandwich shop, and she just went to
the closest,
the one, and like didn't like check to be like, what's the wrapper say? Because
yeah, wow, that's impressive. I think
so that made my day. Like this happened at this point like 10 years ago, and I still tell the story because holy shit, how do you so fervently run into a place to yell at people and not even be in the right establishment? Like I can't imagine. I'm sure she could have had her day.
Sure.
She could have been a lawyer or a doctor and off time. That was just like a really bad Sunday morning for her. But like I like that basic break in premise. You double check? You're going to yell at somebody. Also, you weren't there. Your boyfriend might just be an idiot and have messed up your order, and you're mad at
something
us.
Else.
Yeah. I'm just a 23-year-old trying to make beer money.
Yeah.
At that point, probably 21. 21-year-old trying to make beer money.
Then that was not 10 years ago.
No, that was 15 years ago. Oh no! The time! The sands of time are drowning me.
Okay, when I was around that same age, but these were people who knew where they were. I would be in situations where people come into the shop I was working in, and they would ask me for something that we either just had years ago and weren't carrying anymore, or I'd get yelled at because we were out of something that we knew there was only going to be a set amount. It was a very rare item. And I'd get screamed at because clearly I personally bought and held on to all of the piano-playing snowmen. I got to the point of tears once because this old lady kept screaming at me about... It was a penguin. It was a penguin that was supposed to do a little dance.
And you personally were hoarding it.
Clearly. And she kept asking about the back. I've told you about the back. Our back was a hallway.
Every retail has the same back. There's nothing in the back.
There's nothing in the back.
There's no reason for us to keep things in the back. People can't buy stuff from the back. It comes in the back on the truck and then we put it out in the front. All the stuff's in the front. Unless if the shelf's full, we might keep some spares in the back. But if the shelf's empty, it's because we don't have any in the back. These
Right.
stores get restocked throughout the day.
Constantly.
Constantly.
And she was at least in the right shop. But at one point, I just went to the bathroom. I pretended I was going in the back.
Yeah.
And I just sat on the toilet and just stayed there for a while until I came back to be like, I checked everywhere, ma'am.
Late in my retail career, when I stopped giving a shit, people would come and ask for stuff in the back. I'd be like, I'll be right back. And it was just a nice little 8-minute break for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I just go back there, sit, and just be like, yeah, I looked everywhere. It's just like, I guess we don't have any of that item that says out of stock.
I did my best.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should get a raise because I took time out of my day to look
you want
through
me to-
every box.
Do you want me to check a different store for you?
I've done that too.
Yeah.
And the answer was always, nope, there's nothing. But at least they were in the right store.
So retail, to the two stories. One with the whole people like yelling at you. When I worked technology, there were a certain subset of people who were so fucking entitled. Like, if you bought a laptop 2 years ago, no, you can't return it for full price.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I don't care if you have the receipt. Why is it like?
You used it.
Where does that work anywhere else? Do you go
Yeah.
back to a grocery store and be like, I meant to eat this bread a month ago, but no, like it doesn't work. Or to go to a car and be like, I'm done driving it now. I know you're done driving it. You bought it to drive it. Now it's yours. Congratulations. But we literally had people try that.
Did the sub lady ask for a refund? Like, what did she want you to do?
Probably remake it and or refund or both. Like we didn't get to that point. She came in with like her complaints and hadn't even gotten her demands because she was right to like, what are you gonna do to make this right? And I was just like, nothing.
Did she look like she had eaten any of it?
No, it was like taken apart so she could find issues with it.
All right, that's at least better. What
Yeah.
gets me is when someone has eaten the entire item
It's like
and then says that was bad actually and I want my money. It's like it wasn't bad enough for you to not eat it.
you
Like,
ate it. You should have let me know before
gone
you
now.
ate it. It's gone. You ate it.
Yeah.
You fulfilled your part and now you pay.
Yeah, seriously.
But another thing, I don't know if you had this so much in your retail, but I had it in mine because the way they set up the rules, if you were just like ringing people through a cashier, you had a strict set of rules you had to follow, and managers had overrides. So people would come in, and some of them just wanted to do rational things that were against the rules. You have to be like, sorry, I can't do that. And then they would get mad at you because you're telling them no,
Sure.
and you would get a manager who just like punches in there, says, yeah, do it, and punches in their numbers
Makes
like
you
you
look
could have
bad.
done it,
Yeah.
and just throws you under the bus in front of the customer. So what I started to do was when people started to get snippy with me, it was just like, I cannot do that in my register. It does not allow me to. And I'd point to the manager and be like, you need to go talk to that man because he has the power to say yes to you. I cannot say yes to you. I want to. It seems reasonable,
Wish I could.
but I do not have the power to do the thing that you are asking for in this computer without that person. So go talk to them. I did not let them get mad at me. I was just like, I refused to have them systemically treat me like a dipshit. And the managers were just like, stop pointing me out to people. I'm like, no, that's your job.
That's
They're
what
just
you're
going to
here
ask for you in 5 minutes anyway, and at that point, they're mad at me. I'm not dealing with that. Your job is to deal with them before they're mad at me.
And now you go to every single store and just say, form a union and run away.
Yes. several retail stores, if I am around your employees while they are complaining, I will say, you know what, you should form a union, and they'll just dip.
Oh, you're like the gentlest Batman.
Form a union.
I don't miss retail.
No, it's much better not to. But if you're going to work it, you should be making living wage, and you should form a union.
Union.
Rock on.
Rock on.